So Ocugen stock might be one of the craziest ones we've covered so far, gapping up an astonishing 7,500% from the lows after getting shorted down and losing almost all of its value up to the January highs. But what makes the whole story even more insane is that it actually jumped to those highs again after some pullbacks, marking another 185% increase in price. And as we actually are at almost the same position from which we saw the second incredible gap, what we are doing today is giving you an updated insight into what is actually happening to the stock and the company, as well as break down exactly whether it is a buy at the end of this video. And as the analysis in this video is super important to know before buying the stock, make sure to stay tuned. Before we jump right in, however, just hit that subscribe button down below. And as we'll keep you updated on breaking news and awesome trading opportunities every single day, subscribing would not only help us but also you. So there is really no excuse for not smashing the subscribe button. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you feel so. Alright, let's take a look at what is happening. So Ocugen has recently received a lot of attention due to hopes for a contract to co-commercialize a potential coronavirus vaccine in the United States. And it's critical for our prediction at the end of the video to determine if it's too late to get in on this story or if Ocugen's share gains are only just a beginning. Here is the deal. So Ocugen is normally developing gene therapy for the treatment of eye diseases that cause blindness. And while this business appears to be doing pretty well, with Ocugen just a few steps away from commencing new trials very soon, the crazy thing is that Ocugen then, however, announced is its engagement in a completely different area earlier this year: coronavirus vaccine development. The company collaborated with the Indian Bharat Biotech to co-develop and co-commercialize Bharat's Covaxin. And the location is where the new vaccine has a clear advantage. Bharat's trial is taking place in India, which is one of the world's largest coronavirus epicenters. In fact, the country is home to a new variation. As a result, capitalizing on the demand, which opens up tremendous expansion prospects, makes a lot of sense. It also distinguishes itself from other vaccinations in its ability to defend against various viral antigens, making the company so unique. Patients who got 2 doses of the vaccine showed protection against all stages of the virus in 78% of all cases. But the real reason for the huge spikes in the stock is the massive hype from retail investors. And given the community's heavy support, new short-term increases, such as those seen on other meme stocks recently, are highly likely. Furthermore, the probability of this occurring skyrockets, as the stock has already topped out at around $16 twice this year and is currently seeing the same technical setup as before previous price surges. In fact, the gains of 3% yesterday could already mark the beginning of another gap. However, Ocugen has since stated that it would not apply for an emergency use authorization for the vaccine candidate, instead opting for a biologics license application. And that is exactly what Ocugen intends to do. But the major disadvantage for investors is that obtaining a biologics license application could take up to 10 months. It's anyone's estimate how strong the vaccine's demand will be by then. Given that the FDA has already approved vaccines from Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer, it was always debatable whether Ocugen's vaccine would find a market. And if a vaccine developed by Novavax is approved, a fourth could be available soon. But Ocugen isn't letting that disrupt its efforts to bring the vaccine to market. It even announced on June 15 that it has found a manufacturing partner in Jubilant HollisterStier, which will assist it in producing the vaccine for the Canadian and US markets, assuming it receives the required clearances. Ocugen will get 45% of the income from Covaxin sales in Canada and the United States under its present deal with Bharat Biotech. And if you then take a look at the massive potential in countries like India, it's clear why the stock has recently risen so much. It's needless to say, however, that you need to be careful regarding the very high volatility. Only invest money you are willing to potentially lose. Alright, with that being it for today's video, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video and want to support our mission of providing free financial information to everyone here on YouTube, please ensure you're subscribed and definitely consider leaving a like. As mentioned before, it really means the world to us. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.